Are 10 years apart in age?
Yes, we are.
Patricia, you were 10 years old when you had your daughter?
Yes, Judge Rhonda. I was 10 years old. I was a victim of I was also threatened that if I told anybody, he would my family.
Wow.
So I just kept it a secret, thinking that maybe it would just be over. But I was pregnant and didn't know it until 2 weeks before she was born.
Wow. She didn't know she was pregnant until 2 weeks before she was born.
At what point did you realize at 10 years old that you were going to have a baby?
My mother was concerned. My stomach wasn't getting big, but it was hard.
Wow.
And she kept trying to make me do exercises and things of that nature, thinking that I was just gaining weight. So
I definitely want to know, like, just how her her mother didn't know. I wonder was it her father? But I just want to know how her mother didn't know.
And I didn't lose the weight. She took me to the doctor to see what was going on. And that's when he told her that Sharita would be here in 2 weeks.
Wow.
What was your reaction to that as a 10-year-old?
I really didn't know what to feel. Being 10, I was just trying to be 10. Never even fathomed what it would be like to be a mom.
What did your mother do about this situation?
We did press charges on the person after I finally told him what happened. He was arrested my senior year for a traffic ticket. They picked him up and the charge was still there.
Have you seen him since?
No.
Did Sharita ever...
I had to skip forward to this part right here.
10 years old and this happened to you, how old was the man that you?
He was 25.
Oh.
He kind of asked me to go upstairs to get his... So when I went upstairs, I went into the room, and when I turned around, he was there. He hit me in my head on the bed and took advantage of me. And then he told me that if I had told anybody, he would kill my mom.
I wonder, I know abortion is a sin. And even in the laws, it tell you not to abort your baby to B.I.O.N and its demonic worshiping, and to get rid of a child because you don't want to be responsible. But rapists are stoned to death. They don't live. There's no judgment for them. Their judgment is death. So if a rapist is supposed to die and you get pregnant from that person, do you not think the seed's supposed to die? Because the spirit is of the father. If your father was a rapist, 9 out of 10, you will be a rapist. I think this is one reason why he killed them. They are not to be here to have kids. And the white man's law, the demon's law, it prolongs sin. It lets you get away with sin. Sex laws, they stay away from. Because all those sex laws are for men. Only one was for women, and that's what not to lay up with the beast. When it comes to women in the flesh, he never compared us to falling demons who are the flesh, who are weak in their flesh. They fucked animals. That's why the animals are wild. They're that weak. They're rapists. Haven't these white men been raping for centuries and hundreds of years? They are of their father. And black men, because when he was speaking of men back in those days, he was speaking of Israel, the black men. He compared you, not just Israel, even the men before Israel, because those laws was made before, I think Israel even existed. But anyway, before then, the men was compared to the fallen demons. Because you're weak in your flesh. But you wrote the book. And you turned it around when the Lord said you ain't shit. And for you to preach in front of us and tell the women to bow down and shut their mouth, I see why. I see why. So y'all could be the whores and the molesters and the rapers that you are. I think that's why they call it rap. Because this rap ain't doing nothing but what? Causing men to be rapists and gay and shit. That's all they've been doing is raping in the industry. And had a nerve to call it rap. And leave the E off. Men ain't shit. It's not too many men. That's why they, even back then, that's why they had so many women to one man. Because if you see one man out of a bunch of pussy ass faggots and rapists and shit, you wonder why so many women is drawn to one man. And especially when they got money. Because y'all stupid to think, what the fuck y'all thinking about? Who the fuck want to be broke and be with a broke nigga? A lazy nigga. Because most niggas that's broke is lazy. And you ain't got to be rich. I would love to be with a country nigga with a couple acres. And I would go in that goddamn yard with him and work with him. You ain't got to have no bunch of money for me. As long as I got me a nice little truck, you got you a nice little truck, you got some dogs or some chickens and lambs or something, you ain't got to be rich for me. You've got to be in the Creator's laws to obey. And know what you are and know what I am. You provide and protect, and I do the rest. I take care of the house, kids, whatever. And the women educated the kids. We didn't have no schools back then. So this man-written book, common sense tell you the shit. You don't even need to know the laws to really know that the common sense part of when a woman teaches. We are the ones that's home. The man is out working. We didn't have no schools back then. We taught our own. Who is in the school systems right now teaching us? A bunch of white women. Oh, it's okay for them to teach us, but you can't go behind a pulpit? Shut the fuck up. I don't know if they're going to let this video go up. Backwards. Boy, truth in plain sight. Put a bunch of white women in the schoolhouses to teach it. Fuck you up in the mind, and they wonder why. Boy. And then when we do get in there, we sound and act just like them. Women better wake up and realize that we are the knowledge. We ain't got no business listening to these niggas with these, because all these niggas walking around with hard dicks 24 hours. 24 hours, they walking around with hard dicks. They got something pressing their shit down. These niggas walking around 24 hours with hard dicks. Ready to fuck anything. That's the time we in, women. You better stay strapped. You better keep something on you. Do something, because these people, these men out here is crazy. They doping you up. And Puff Daddy Rich is fucking, he still got to dope a bitch up. Of course, what the fuck he had him doing. Even in the porno back in the days, those hoes was doped up. They was coked out just to do a porno. But they voluntarily did that dope so they could make that money on that porno. Women don't enjoy sex like that. It take a very special man to make a woman nut. That's why it's so easy for a woman to make another woman nut. Because y'all losers. Y'all gone spiritually. Provide and protect. You can't provide us with a nut. Oh, you can't even protect us. You got to provide and protect. You provide. You make sure we have a roof over our head. Provide us with a nut. Can we get a nut? Can you protect us from other men? Other rapists? Y'all pussy. I can't wait he come and just purge all you faggot ass niggas. All you weak ass men. Of all races. You weak. You weak. That's why you hate us so much. You're weak. You know we are the closest to the Creator.